Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You know, nobody ever told me that running a network was going to be a pain in the ass.
I thought you were going for the Friends joke. I was about to start.
No, like no one ever told me that. Yeah, having to do so much with a network was going to be work. I thought it was just going to be fun. I thought it was like, hey guys, look what we're doing over here. No,
One weekend.
One weekend. But nah, to be honest with you, it's actually been really it's been good, man. Shout out to everybody who's been subscribing so far. You guys have been doing great and showing us love. Shout out to Mike and Ariana who debuted their first show of History and Headlock this past week. Congratulations to you. Did you have a splendid time putting that together?
I mean, you can hear me. You can hear how excited I was during the recording. So
was that excitement or near death? Which one?
A little bit of both. But you know what? I was very pleased to hear a lot of feedback from a lot of close friends saying did good job. They give some criticism, but you know what? Overall, they really liked it. So I'm happy it was a success.
Hey, listen, you got to take the compliment sandwich. It's all about
absolutely, yeah.
Being able to take not only the good, but also the criticism, the thoughts and opinions of others. It's something I've been dealing with for the past years, dealing with a podcasting and shit. But the network is ever growing. Still got more content coming down for you guys. Got more segments, more shows on the way. And it's gonna be a filling network for the soul for everybody. It's gonna have not only just gonna be wrestling. We're gonna move some stuff around. We're gonna have some different subject matter, change it up, make it a potpourri of different things, but also make sure that we stay true to our true love, which is of course professional wrestling. So other than that, we're excited for VXS. Shout out to our boy Isaac, that Punk Isaac, big show coming up on August 23rd.
Mhm.
That's Arrival 2. Guys, get your tickets now. It's in Ridgefield, New Jersey. It's right across the way, one skip and a jump away across the river. If you're in the New York City area, it's going to be a packed
Mhm.
venue and as well as a packed show. Main event for that has got to be Homicide in Kenta, right? That's going to be a banger right there.
First time ever.
Oh man, that's going to be. I got a shout out to the boy, at our boy Ray as well at
Respect the craft.
Respect the Craft, who just pulled up and had an interview with Homicide as well. Our boy does big things, and of course, Homicide being in front of the show is always open to have a conversation. Can't wait to see him that day. I already know he's gonna be talking shit, so it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something special that day.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's yeah, what's good, brother AJ? Brother AJ is on TikTok right now, showing some love. Got that Punk Isaac right there. Isaac, you gotta reach out to me, brother. I told you we gotta set something up during the week so we can do some promos and shit for the show.
Mhm.
Other than that, as always, I am the Norm McDonald of this segment, and this is your wrestling rundowns weekend update. A lot of wrestling news on your end, so that I know we don't cross cover, and nothing on you. You got something there?
Not really. I'm along for the ride, buddy.
Okay, all right. So right off the back, number one, Lucha Bros to WWE. News confirming that there's a possibility, or it's already set in stone, that once their contract is up with AEW, the Lucha Bros are heading to WWE. There's also some trademarks filing saying that Ray Phoenix has put in for a new name, and Penta Seto is he's putting together some copyright trademarking as well. Your thoughts on what's the possibility here?
It's always funny when these things come out when people immediately go, "Oh, fuck the dirt sheets." They don't know whatever they're talking about. Meanwhile, like people are not making this shit up. I mean, there's certain things that get made up, but this one, I mean, not for nothing. The last couple of months, they really have not done anything on television, so it looks like they want to do something on a better outlet, or at least on a better platform, a bigger platform. It's just that probably I think for WWE, because what I was reading was that they want main roster spots, but more than likely that's probably not what they're gonna get. They're probably gonna get the NXT treatment, even though we know how talented they are. But it wouldn't hurt to go down to NXT just for a year. I mean, like it's not all that bad, but because I know there's a lot of names from AEW that are being speculated for NXT WWE right now. But as far as Lucha Bros go, I mean, I would really like to see it, honestly.
I'm not. I, to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if they got the big main roster push. They're talented. They already have history in the business. They pretty much are set when it comes to work rate and such. But also at the same time, the only hindrance that I have is
the English.
No, English will be fine. You could throw them with a valet or manager and such, but it's Ray. Ray has he has chronic injury issues, and hopefully that he'll be able to he'll be able to struggle through and get there. Maybe with a change of style, the way the WWE's work rate is, maybe he can get through that. Good to see that Mike is feeling better. Shout out to our boy.
Thank you.
Frankie.
Think they're doing some cruiserweight division again. I mean, it's hard to say honestly because WWE just announced the Speed Women's Tournament, and I showed Ari. She goes, and there's still no mid card belts on the main roster, but they get that first.
I said the same thing. I said if there's two belts that need to come back, I said there should be a TV title and it should be a cruiserweight title. That's I think that's a great launching pad.
Right, but the women's speed belt, the thing on X. I mean, do you really watch? Well, do you really watch the X thing?
No, I'm not on X. I'm not on there.
So. Well, they always kick us off, so fuck them.
I only watch the Twitter and the X for porn, and that's it pretty much. I get my 10-second clips, and that's it. That's the only thing
Back
I
on the
watch.
Lucha Bros. As far as them going to WWE, let's be real here. They need tag teams for WWE, honestly. And as far as individually, they're great, but as a team, they'd be much better. Cruiserweights, that's a given for both of them, honestly. And it's just hard to think. Like there's so many people that right now are classified or can be classified as cruiserweights, but they're in main event scenes. So I don't think Triple H wants to do that, or TKO has any desire to change that up right away. But we have to wait and see, honestly.
Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Joe Hendry's apparently got one of these unheard of contracts. It's actually an independent contractor being an independent contractor. It's like,
oh my God,
they do that kind of thing. So apparently Joe Hendry has made a deal in which that he's able to spread his wings and make money where he's needed. Joe Hendry explained that he has an open door policy where not only will he be able to still partake in what's going on at NXT, but also keep his commitments with TNA as well as indie shows. So your thoughts on this?
I mean, it's perfect. I mean, the guy knows his worth, and he knows how to negotiate. So he knows where people have seen him, or people are gonna be able to see him. I mean, he was just here in the I think this past weekend for autograph signing in New York City. So, and the line for him was nuts. And we're gonna hopefully see him on September 29th for House of Glory.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you saw that, when they did the whole countdown and and then they did the whole his face popped up?
I popped for it because didn't think that, and not to take anything away from Brian and the guys over there, but this is why I'm always asking him. I was like, are you guys in touch of what's going on with the current landscape of wrestling? Because I know they always like to keep to themselves, and he's mentioned that that the students and people share stuff. So I didn't really think that they were that much in tune with what was going on with the landscape this day, but apparently he is. He's I was like, okay, you guys made a good reach, made a good look. So yeah, man. Shout out to B and Red and those guys over there in House of Glory. These guys made a good grab right there. It was an awesome pickup.
Yeah.
Next up, unfortunately, we lost another legend in the business this past week. Our condolences go out to the Sullivan family. Kevin Sullivan, one of the masterminds of early days of wrestling, and also the leader of the Dungeon of Doom. That's where Mike really knows him very much. So, one of the biggest minds in WWE, WCW, and the Florida Territory's history. Passed away. Resident of originally from Boston. You could tell because that Boston accent went with him everywhere he was. He was Boston true and true. And the man, although for his height, was a massive being when he was around him. Met him a couple of times at Outlaw Wrestling. Real nice guy, real cool, approachable. And like I said, that Boston accent, it was very distinctive through the years, very influential with his not only his vision of what wrestling is and booking wise, but also was very creative in what the look and aesthetic of what gimmicks and what characterizations of wrestlers should look like. He was in the early subset of the whole dark Gothic looking wrestler sets, but also making it not only venomous and villainous, but cool to look at. And Kevin Sullivan, also known as the Pencil, in many cases by many, will be sadly missed. And like we say here in Turnbuckle Tabloid, our condolences goes out to he and his family. Seth Rollins injury. Guy's been working hurt, huh?
Which one? Seth Rollins, you said?
Rollins, yeah.
I mean, this is why they bring him back if he's not even fully healthy, which is I don't understand. But you know what? At least they used it for a big angle to get somebody over. So
Right. I thought it was smart for the creative to take Rollins out for a little bit. You know, this guy's has been sitting there for a while, and then rather him just disappear and just walk away due to nagging injuries, what better way than just have him tsunami out of the building? We saw this past week it also elevated Bronson Reed as well, doing the same on R-Truth this past week on Raw. But Seth, I believe, not sure did we confirm if he's re-signed with WWE? Did we see any confirmations with that yet?
I haven't seen anything about him yet.
All right, so
just LA Knight and Randy Orton have re-signed.
So this is probably their ways of still going through contract negotiations with Seth, keeping him off TV for a little bit until all things are good and plenty. And
well, I don't see him leaving. I don't think that's possible at all. I think him and Becky, especially Becky, are going to resign. Becky's probably going to come back by Mania time or Royal Rumble. But Rollins, I mean, it makes sense. And you know what? If they use this to build up, like you said, for Bronson Reed, who they definitely see a lot of upside for him. I thought it came back too soon. The send off was awesome, though. Yeah.
I'm on the same bank, the same idea that I don't see them going anywhere. They're like the WWE lifers, so I don't see anything with that being an issue. But in this day and age, you just don't know. You don't know anymore, man. Anything can happen. So we'll see what goes on with that, and we already know that once he comes back, it's going to be a big build up, and he still has some loose ends to tie together with Drew McIntyre and Punk. So we'll see how that goes. We just mentioned it earlier, the WWE Speed title, but this time, ladies, it's your turn. What's your thoughts of that?
It's there. Next.
I don't like I said, I don't partake in the X because I'm like I guess I'm not on there, and whatever snippets I see, I can see it on YouTube. It's just I like the concept. I like that it's a fast-paced, quick-moving show, but as for it being something that I'm gonna watch constantly, no, I'm not watching that.
Angelo Dawkins versus Baron Corbin was the longest 5 minutes I've watched in forever.
Wait, Angelo Dawkins and who?
Baron Corbin.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, I might have tapped out after a while as well.
Not for nothing, Jay. You like adding more titles. If they add the X tag titles, I'm done with this whole concept.
Oh no, they can't do that unless they
5-minute tag matches.
No, they're gonna make it. They're gonna double it because it's tag, right? Next
topic.
Okay. Wrong one.
What the fuck is
that? Speaking of also jumping ship, is there a possibility we will be seeing Ricky Starks in WWE?
Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt. We've been speculating this for 2 years now.
It's a done deal, right? His best friend Cody's there already. I know they've been
his best friend CM Punk as well.
Yeah, this gotta happen. This is there's got to be something in which that it comes to fruition.
Hopefully, they can curb the recent leg injuries to some of their ladies.
This is with the issues with the ladies' injuries. It has to do something.
All their ACLs are just breaking.
Yeah, it has to do with the training regimen.
Yeah. Which is weird.
Maybe a little bit too much powerlifting and such.
Cora Jade is out for it with her second one, and she's still recovering. The Kid Alliance, She's moving around. Where the hell are you, fucker, in the ring? But this is what
she'll be making her way too, and everybody's gonna be going grrrr when she
this is
comes
why I
up.
want people that watch it live. I want people to comment because I'm interested because I see a lot of people are split on this with Ricky Starks. Do you see him as main roster or NXT bound as soon as he goes to WWE? I'm kind of interested where people stand on Ricky because you have your Ricky fans, but then you have people that feel that he could benefit like with Ethan Page and NXT because Ethan Page can be made roster right now, but it doesn't hurt to go to NXT for a little bit.
Ricky Starks on NXT takes it to 5 levels higher. I automatically, especially with them on the CW, elevates it even more.
As a heel.
No, I wouldn't mind him coming in as a baby face. But the only issue that I have with that is that NXT looks like they have like a pretty much cluster when it comes to faces right now. So I think in the men's division, I think there needs to be a little bit more of a shaving of that. But as for the talent himself, oh please. And we know we're gonna get him week to week. Fuck yeah, definitely.
And more than likely he's gonna keep his name too.
By the way, this is funny.
Reminds me of the Yankees and Mets trainers.
With all the injuries. He ain't lying. He's
yeah.
Not lying. But yeah.
Us Mets fans cry every fucking year when there's an injury.
Exactly. But no, it definitely elevates the level of talent that occurs over there, and it will bring more eyes to that new debuting NXT on the CW.
What do you think of them going on the road to start off for a little bit?
Have they made news of it?
They announced they're gonna do Chicago 1 week, and CM Punk will be there, and the next week it will be in St. Louis for Randy Orton.
Smart move. I don't.
And then they're gonna go back to the Performance Center, which I think if they're gonna do CW, we're gonna see a lot more shows on the road. But I don't know if that means we're also gonna get more main roster people on NXT because not for nothing. Main roster. If you're on main roster, you're main roster. Just stay on the road, do the live shows. But now with the TNA people coming in as well, it's like there seems to be less spots. But also the NXT people are going to they wrestled in nowhere. I think Tavian Heights actually got a few wins over there in their G1 tournament. So I mean NXT is looking good right now. But I think the women and the main event scene need some work.
I've kind of been like having this feeling that NXT has been having a nice flow when it comes to its show. It doesn't look too clunky. It seems a little bit more easy at pace. You get a promo here and there, nothing too. It's not been dragging so much. I think right now it's been okay for the roster to be to be on display on NXT. I think they're doing a good job over there. So I especially with the TNA talents coming in and out. So I don't see a problem with it right now. We mentioned earlier that LA Knight has re-signed with the WWE as well as Randy Orton. The Orton signing comes as no surprise because, as we say, this guy's a lifer. And with
5 years for Randy, LA, I think 3. And I just saw recently, before we went live too. Gable revealed on Vivleet that he signed for 3 years.
Gable? Chad Gable?
Yeah. Because remember, his deal was up by Clash, and we knew he resigned, but he revealed he resigned, but he now revealed that he signed for 3 years.
Oh, okay. Which is fine. So far so good. Listen,
which is good. I mean, he's got a win. I'm hoping now that they have all of them together, the Creeds and Ivy, that they're gonna start doing something now. So,
well, the thing for me is growth, giving time for growth, giving time for letting things build up. So far, we've been seeing that happen, and it's also about investing yourself. And I think that right now there's some measure in which you got to start cutting the fat. I know people were upset. Shout out to M2 Inc., who was not pleased with Bobby Lashley release and such, and over there. But at the same time, when do you let go? When you have to start realize that you have to let go of others so that the ones that you like can become the stars that you want them to be. It's part of wrestling. It happens. It's got to be that way.
I mean, eventually AJ Styles is going to hang up the boots, and somebody else is going to take his spot.
Right, exactly. You know, this we're
Punk's not long for this. Drew's not long for this. Rollins, it's just only a matter of time because the younger guys that Triple H wants.
Randy did a 5-year because he knows it's done. It's going to happen soon. He's going to be out that door soon as well.
When he's 50, he says he wants to reach 50, and you know what? That's a good goal for him. And you know what? Right now, he's on the best role. Well, record-wise, not really, but physically, he looks incredible. So
it looks fantastic. And right now, this is the he looks like he's enjoying himself, having a good time. And I think that's the other thing too that brought a feeling in that locker room. Now is that now it feels as though that you're not under the microscope. You're not being monitored and watched too closely by the old man right now in more ways.
So unfortunately, yeah.
I think there's more of a sense that we need to see. Unfortunately, those moments where some talent got to go and some have the ability to fill in those spots. Someone came into a conversation in a group chat that I was watching, that I was looking at the other day about Karrion Kross, the thoughts about him. And I said, for me, Karrion Kross is in a wrong spot with a wrong angle, storyline, whatever the case may be, you got going on the faction. It's just, it's not working. But I could easily switch Damian Priest and Karrion Kross early on. That could have been the Karrion Kross spot early on. But
yeah, I can see Karrion Kross be like, you know what? Judgment Day kind of needs like a muscle, and you know what? It wouldn't hurt to add another female. So I'm just have Karrion and Scarlett go straight to Judgment Day as well.
That would probably be the better look, honestly. Let Paul Ellering just keep
let him have his two big muscle men, and that's
let him have that.
Because I think the intention of like Karrion Kross leading his own faction is a good idea. It's just that when it's a tag team plus an old man that doesn't do anything, doesn't talk or anything, like what's the purpose of that? And they only put over Lashley. And I will say for the Lashley thing, it does suck that he's no longer with them. But right now, look at the landscape. There was really no position for him, honestly. You could put him with Cody, but it really wouldn't work. And the only people that suffer is the Prophets and BFAB, because he was pretty much the leader of the group, and now they're just on their own. Now the Street Profits just have a valet that's not Montez Ford's wife, which is kind of awkward now.
Nah, listen, she could be well, you can't even say Dawkins, because we just saw he just got married, so I mean it's not gonna be
no.
But no, I think that I think that there's that understanding that, and they know the business, especially now with the landscape of wrestling. Now there's opportunities around that's going to be around for everything. Hey, Lashley will easily fit in with a new company that's happening, the promotion that's growing, and we'll talk about at the main event. But he can easily so. Tommy Billington, the nephew of the Dynamite Kid, signs with AEW. Have you been keeping an eye on him? Have you been watching?
He looks like Dynamite Kid.
He does.
That's all I could say about him. It's scary. But
he's got
just like him.
Same physique, same kind of build, short. Saw him ring wise, still a little green, but you could see that there is something going on there.
He has something.
I'm just wondering, what are you gonna what's gonna be the big payoff? Are we gonna keep him in AEW? Are we gonna move him to Ring of Honor? What's gonna happen?
Here's the thing: you have Tony Khan has Ring of Honor, and the idea is to be developmental for a lot of these guys that are not ready yet. Fucking use it. I mean, at this point, if the TV rights thing comes out and they want to rename ROH or AEW Rampage to AEW Presents ROH Rampage, what a fucking mouthful. But fuck it, at that point, give them an hour on Rampage. Give them that show. Because that's the one AEW show where nobody gives a fuck about. Legit. You put
I
anything on
agree.
Ring of Honor for an hour, and that'll be it.
No, I agree. I
This
definitely
this
agree.
kid, I don't know, ROH TV champion. I don't know what we don't. I don't really know. I
Hey,
mean,
listen, they got enough.
pure
They got enough.
champion maybe.
They got enough belts going around over there. They're good. They'll be
Oh my
fine.
god, Dustin Rhodes in 2024 is a trios champion.
Speaking of names, the Pure Fusion Collective.
I
Who
mean,
came up with that?
I mean, I here's a weird thing. I'm not as mad as this one than what was rumored to be the new Judgment Day theme. What new name? Street Trash. Yeah, no.
That sounds like a like a 80s toy. Like it's like it could be like a Garbage Pail Kid or some shit like that. Like I don't know. Not a big fan of these. I guess they're running thin when it comes to names. They're not sure. Or, I don't know. Listen, as great as WWE's been doing in these past few months or so, they've had their hiccups as well. So I mean, let's be honest here.
I mean, the Pride was not that good either, and they refused to call them that on television until the draft.
Right. So, I mean, honestly,
I mean, it was probably a Sonya Deville idea, you know, with her background. I see. That's why I'm not like as mad about this name because you know what? Because they could kind of blend that together because of their lifestyles. So I'm not mad about this one. This is probably the least offensive one, honestly. I mean, people or
what does it even mean? What's a Pure Fusion Collective? What is that?
I don't know. It's better than Submission Sorority, or whatever the fuck
Hey,
Charlotte Becky to be.
That was actually great. I actually like that. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Henry makes a return to WWE. Wow.
And we talking about signings. They signed his son.
Yeah, I spoke about that last week on the show. And from what I heard, Ariana said she saw him in Philly. She said he is humongous. So he's going to be a problem in WWE.
Just like Papa?
Yeah, it seems as though that he's got that legacy thing going on with him as well. But Mark Henry making his return. It seems as though he's under the same guise as William Regal, wanted to be close by to his son while he's on his way up. We kind of knew that was happening after his relationship with AEW. He's being very polite about it. Yeah, he's been very quiet about it. But I kind of get the sense that he was unhappy there, and it kind of soured up. Especially
they didn't use him,
right? Except for, and this is what we're gonna get for the main event, and it's like that's what we brought him in for, and you kind of got.
I mean, a lot of the people that Henry,
yeah, when you listen to him busted open, you could tell that the tide was turning with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely felt he definitely was. Oh, Tony is great too. Oh, he never answers my phone calls anymore. He doesn't answer my texts anymore.
Exactly.
But you know what? That's so fun. But you know what? Not for nothing. Mark Henry has an eye for talent. I mean, Samantha Irvine, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. Right. I mean, he scouts a lot of these people. Where I think WWE can definitely utilize him to that. And not for nothing, he's still doing indie dates. He does Booker T's reality of wrestling. I think he popped up in MLW as like part of the Bobaye shit, whatever the hell that was. Like he's like an ancestor over there. So I mean, Mark Henry's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. But WWE, keep using him to bring in talent because you know what? He sees something in people that probably a lot of people missing a lot of others.
I was definitely waiting for Mike and his racist rant to go on. I was waiting for that to go down the line. Respect the craft podcast, baby. Yeah, baby. Shout out. Check out that boy. Boy Ray, I respect the craft. Make sure y'all do y'all thing and check him out because he's doing big things over there. Big things over there. Yeah, man. That was I believe with him coming back, they're gonna find a spot for him. They're gonna give him something that he can do. And I think that it's a it's good welcome. Welcome back home. Welcome back home, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of signings and such, did you see that formerly known as Reggie, Sidney Akeem has popped up at Ring of Honor?
Cool for him. I'm at the point with Ring of Honor where it's like I want graphics made. You need a graphics department to tell me who's on these fucking rosters. I would rather them do an online brand split, like make it official at this point, because I think enough of you. I get it. You gotta use AEW people for Ring of Honor to have people buy Ring of Honor. But guess what? Nobody buys Ring of Honor. Nobody wants to. There's nothing that separates them.
It's getting that bad over there that you can't figure out who's what and where.
You can go on the website, but then it's like a bunch of people that all of them are under the AEW banner. I mean, Adam Copeland's under Ring of Honor, and that motherfucker has appeared once for them.
I love it because our boy M2 Inc. I sent him a message about it. He goes, "Wait, Reggie's there?" Like he was like mad excited about it. So I was like, "Okay, yeah,
guys, got much to talk.
Yeah, he's there."
And as always,
You got audio playing in the background.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, because I'm setting something up. Did you hear it? You weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to. So yeah, Reggie.
That's why I said there's audio playing, because I'm hearing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Reggie's popping up over there, and I guess this is maybe for a trial basis. He popped up at a.
Of course it is.
I don't know if it was a taping or showing, but okay.
Well, they're doing a bunch of tapings in Texas, right? They're still in that one arena for a month.
Right.
I mean, who's the guy M2 loved that he got very pissed that they released Slim J? What the fuck? That was his name?
What's his name?
I think it's Slim J.
Slim J, yeah.
He got so mad. He goes, "No, he had potential." I go, "You liar."
Before we go into the main event, I want to have run an ad break here for us here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. Our boy, where is it? Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. For our boy at VXS. Subscribe, be a part of New York. Talk about, as always, check you guys in a sec.
You want to talk about this old school bullshit about the rules? What's this rule you might remember? Motherfucker, fucking one who calls the shot.
Let me tell you, I am like mad stoked for this show. The only thing that I say that bothers me is that it's in Jersey, but we're gonna show love. I've been there before. I actually love the Mecca. The Mecca is actually a really good venue, man. It's a fun spot. So, guys, check out the peoples at VXS Wrestling for Arrival 2. Big main event. There's much more, so you guys don't want to miss that. No, we're coming deep, and this leads us to the leading us to the main event. Scott D'Amore, formerly of TNA, who unfortunately got a rude exit from said company. The man who was basically the backbone, who was keeping that fucking company alive for years. He starting a new company up in Canada, taking from the old lineage. I thought that WWE had owned that name.
Nope.
But I think apparently they lost the copyright to it or something, like a trademark to it. But in any case,
and apparently they don't have the library, so they could use old footage for when they start up.
Right. So apparently they the D'Amore partnerships and such as beginning to put together a promotion ground up. Of course, they're going to start with smaller venues, smaller shows. They already have lined up for them on the card. I believe they mentioned Giselle Shaw. I believe
His wife.
Moose was mentioned. Who's his wife?
Giselle Shaw, Scott D'Amore's wife.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that. And Josh Alexander will be there as well, and much more.
So pretty much everybody that loves Scott D'Amore that was angry that he got fired from TNA.
Of course, but I'm happy for this because I want to see that there's more growth and opportunity for wrestlers as well as the ability for us as wrestling fans to get more wrestling under our belt, especially that's going on with the current landscape with wrestling and the opportunities we have to watch as right now. Canada as well, Canadian wrestling needs to make a comeback. There's been a strong influence from years back with the Hart family, Stu Hart and such, with the technical style. We saw with AEW a couple of years ago that when they didn't burn out the fucking territory, that there actually was some kind of fan base that was there. So it's not as though that the fans don't love it. I mean, I believe that Scott D'Amore can make something happen over there. Do you think that this can be easily a next contender for a up and coming rising promotion?
I wouldn't say on the scale. Definitely not on the scale of WWE because WWE is its own major thing. But as far as like a distant third behind like an AEW, and then after like a TNA, I mean, I have all the faith in the world in Scott D'Amore. I think he's a brilliant mind. I think that Tony Khan should have brought him in and let him run Ring of Honor and just gave him the keys to that. But you know what? If you give Scott D'Amore just the chance to run his own promotion his own way, and I think you're alluding it to earlier, but if he could bring in some talent that have been released, like guys like Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, guys like those, and then mix in with the guys like Moose and Giselle Shaw, I mean, it could be something special over there.
Yeah, I think this is going to be another avenue for TNA to have a shared product. I think they kind of know that they dropped the ball with letting D'Amore go, especially after the individual that they put in his place was a bust, and they had to get rid of that person as well. So
already they got rid of him?
Yeah, he was already done. He was already out the door. So I think that we need growth. We need this to happen, and I think that with the way that now with wrestlers emerging in the next couple of years, we got a lot of indie students who are progressing and growing, trying to hit the landscape and trying to make their mark in the business and such. Opportunities need to be made and open for them. D'Amore is going to be one of those guys that loves to give opportunities to up and comers, but always sharp and very in tune with what's going on with. I was surprised that AEW didn't probably snatch him up, but at the same time, yeah, but I also think that he already had his mindset to say, hey, I got some backers. I think I could do my own thing over here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I mean, if you fill out the roster with a lot of the release people, I mean, it's an impressive list of guys that could start up a small little thing. Zion Gwynn, Damon Kemp, Von Wagner, like those guys that were fucking nothing in one place, but could be something big in Canada, especially in Canada, because Canada is a very wrestling state or country, whatever you want to call it. But under Scott D'Amore, I mean, his creative could be something special for those guys.
Yeah, I'm excited for that company, and I'm hoping, crossing fingers, that we could actually get a network deal somewhere where we could find them and not have to dig through the couches of the cable networks and such, or at least get them on a streaming site that's easy for us to get to.
That would be Scott D'Amore's biggest fuck you to TNA, that he gets on a bigger TV scale than TNA does.
Fuck it, even if he gets on Tubi, who cares? Like, just
absolutely
get up, something. But that's gonna wrap us up here here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. Make sure you check us out on all the social media outlets. Check us out on our like group pages on Facebook as well as on Instagram at Turnbuckle Tab, as well as on we don't go there. We're barely on there anymore. But make sure you check us out on TikTok as well as on all the podcasting outlets where you can find us available on the Spotify's, iTunes, and everywhere connected with the podcasting landscape. Download, subscribe, like, be a part of the vibe here on Turnbuckle Tabloid, as well as on New York WrestleMedia, guys. Our new network is launched. So far, so good. Get the subscribers in. Let's get it going. Let's get it cranking. Shout out to our boy Mike, who finally he's been asking for the longest to let him do his own thing, and the network has given him the opportunity to do that. Him and Ariana have launched their first episode of History in Headlocks. Check them out on YouTube, and more to come with that network. Is about to do a recording with a couple of people this week. We're gonna be debuting some stuff and more content coming you guys' way as well. Mike, any shout outs for you?
If you want to follow me personally, it's at M_Santino530. And like Jay said, New York Wrestling Media YouTube, episode 1, History and Headlocks. We did History and Headlocks with me and Ariana. We covered the evolution of entrance music in a country. Mike, thanks. I learned something new every fucking time on the stupid show.
At least it wasn't Spanish.
Yeah.
At least you know what a toto is now. At least you got that in your belt.
It's 30 Sanchez, yeah. History and Headlocks, Evolution of Entrance Music, episode 2 will be coming out very soon, hopefully by next month, by the end of the month. But yeah, subscribe for more. And now that Jay told me it's not on audio, it's going to be on video platforms. So go there for all episodes and all New York Wrestling Media content. Yeah,
we keeping this straight video. We want everybody to be more involved. New York WrestleMedia will be more interactive, more involved and such. So I want the viewers to be more interactive and have a bigger influence on what we do on the network as well. So, and who knows? I'm one of those that gives opportunities to people. You show work ethic, you show to be able to have commitment and be able to provide content and such that the masses would enjoy and we would enjoy. Hey, you could get opportunities with the network as is. So we shall see. So guys, don't go anywhere. Much to talk about. And as always, I gotta hit the outro because Mark never knows when the show is done. So check you guys in a sec.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.